Stay motivated and break free from stagnation. When we face stagnation in life, it is often a sign of deeper underlying issues. Sometimes you may feel stuck and unwilling to keep trying. You might abandon your work to eat, play, or sleep in order to relieve stress. As human beings, we tend to seek out and engage in activities that bring us immediate gratification. At the beginning, everyone is full of determination and energy, ready to take on challenges. However, when faced with difficulties, many people become discouraged and their initial determination starts to fade. The following article shares 7 steps to help you break free from this state of stagnation. Of course, it won't change your life overnight, but it will help you regain motivation and get back on the right track. 7 steps to overcome stagnation. 1. Realize you are not alone. At some point in life, everyone will experience a period of stagnation. Remember, this is completely normal and you are not alone. In fact, people who fall into a state of stagnation come from all walks of life, regardless of age, gender, or profession. Realizing that you are not alone in this makes it much easier to deal with. When you try to fight stagnation, you are essentially fighting yourself. Acknowledge this and tell yourself that it's okay. That way, you can start focusing on the steps to move forward. Understanding that you are not alone will naturally encourage you to make an effort and move out of stagnation. 2. Change your habits. Living in the same environment, doing the same things day after day, and repeatedly seeing only a few familiar faces can sometimes make us feel bored and stagnant. This is especially true if your colleagues around you are also experiencing stagnation. Change your surroundings. Start with the simplest things like taking a different route to work or eating something different for breakfast. Have lunch with colleagues you've never talked to before. Work in a different room if your job allows for more comfortable or flexible seating. Do something different during weekdays and weekends than usual. Develop new habits, such as exercising daily, listening to the news every morning, or reading books. 3. Start with one small step. Stagnation and discouragement can also stem from being frozen in fear. Maybe you have a specific goal in mind, but you're afraid to take action. Are you overwhelmed by the amount of work? Are you afraid of making mistakes? Is the perfectionist in you paralyzing your progress? Let go of the idea that everything must be perfect. That mindset is what leads to mistakes. Break your tasks down into very small steps and then take those steps one at a time. Without making mistakes, you won't learn anything or gain any real achievement. On the other hand, by standing up and taking even small steps, you'll gradually make progress, even if those steps involve mistakes. Even a so-called wrong step will give you feedback that helps you do things differently next time. But you'll never know that if you don't dare to stand up and act. 4. Do one thing at a time. Although it may seem like multitasking helps you get more done in a shorter period, it is actually often less effective and results in accomplishing less. Therefore, practice doing one thing at a time to avoid becoming overwhelmed and confused with your tasks. Suppose you have a to-do list. It's better to complete the current task before jumping to the next one without finishing the previous. The truth is, we are surrounded by distractions that easily pull us off track. This happens due to a phenomenon known as time wasting, which suggests that we are more tempted by immediate entertainment than long-term rewards. That could be TV, Facebook, or other similar distractions. 5. Find sources of inspiration. This sense of stagnation often arises because there is nothing that drives you to take action. If you don't have the habit of setting goals, it's no surprise that you feel stuck. What would you do if there were no limits? If you could have anything you want, what would it be? The answers to these questions can reignite your motivation and push you to stand up and keep going. Sometimes, we lose inspiration for our goals because our emotions toward them have changed since the time we first set them. At other times, our priorities shift, and we no longer feel like pursuing those goals. However, we may not realize this, and we keep postponing our goals until it becomes a serious issue. If you find yourself in this situation, it's time to reassess your goals. There's no point in chasing goals that no longer inspire you. Remove the old ones or set them aside and ask yourself what you truly want now. Identify what currently inspires you, turn that into your new goal, and pursue it with determination. 6. Take a break. When was the last time you truly rested? 3 months ago? 6 months? A year? Or maybe never? Perhaps it's time to take a break. Prolonged work can lead to disillusionment when a person no longer recognizes who they are or what they want. Travel somewhere far away and temporarily remove work from your life. Use this opportunity to gain a fresh perspective on life. Reflect on your life's purpose, what you want, and what you hope to do in the future. These are big questions that require deep thought. Seeking relaxation is an opportunity to restore your energy after many rounds of effort, fatigue, and discouragement. 7. Motivate yourself. Many people say the reason they feel stuck is that they only work well under pressure. So, what will you do if your work doesn't come with a deadline? Set one yourself. Give yourself a time frame to complete your tasks and reward yourself if you succeed, or penalize yourself if your efforts don't lead to results. Positive reinforcement is one of the most effective ways to motivate yourself. Give yourself a reward to look forward to after finishing your to-do list. Go to a movie, eat a chocolate bar, hang out with friends, or do anything that gives you a boost. You can also try negative motivation, removing something unpleasant as a reward. For example, promise yourself that if you finish your assignment by Friday night, you won't have to run errands, do housework, or anything else you dislike. If positive rewards don't work for you, try using punishment as motivation. Apply negative consequences, such as taking away something enjoyable, to push yourself to work harder. No breaks, no dinner, or no reading your favorite book until you complete your task.